a Noob vs. Pro zoo building competition. We're gonna find out who could build the best zoo in Minecraft.
I love the zoo.
Yeah, me too. It's my favorite place to go, except for Disneyland.
I love Disneyland.
Can we do a Disneyland Noob vs. Pro? That'll be way more fun.
I think we should do
the
that.
zoo.
All right, fine, Daddy. We'll do the dumb
I
zoo.
like elephants a lot, and I like lions. So I'm going to put a lot of those in my zoo.
Wait, Daddy, do you like elephants a lot because you're like kind of look like an elephant? You're
No,
big.
no,
you're
no,
fat,
I do not look like an
you're
elephant.
Stupid.
No, I
You
do
smell
not.
like an elephant.
Yeah, Daddy. Oh God.
Get away from me. You don't
Oh,
want to feel
you
like an
smell
elephant.
terrible, Daddy. I'm backing up over here.
You know what? Then you're not invited to my zoo.
Well, guys, I'm gonna build the best zoo ever because my daddy owns a zoo.
Wait, what, Scott? Your daddy actually owns a zoo?
Obviously, we're rich.
Oh, that's how you guys get all your money. Well, you know what? My zoo is going to be better than his, and I'm going to make so much money because people are going to want to see all my crazy animals.
Good luck with that. I'm ready to go, though. I'm ready. Give me the green light.
All right, guys, we have 25 minutes. That's it to build the best zoo in the world. Are you guys ready?
I don't know if
ready.
that's enough time.
All right, fine. 27 minutes.
Perfect.
All right, everyone, go to your sides and start building. All right, I'm going to start building my zoo, and I'm going to face it this way. Yeah, I got a lot more space going this way. All right, so the first thing I need to do is build the front of my zoo. So it needs to have a little parking lot. It needs to have an entrance. All right, let me get some glass. I'm going to work on making the little area where the people collect the tickets. So it's basically going to be like a little security check over here. All right, something like that's looking pretty good. Now we're just going to extend it out this way. This is going to look so good when it's done. I have so many good ideas to make my zoo the best zoo. All right, now let's do the same thing over here. Ooh, this is already looking really good. All right, now for the floor, we need to make it stone with the smooth stone. Yes, this will look so amazing. Now people can actually walk on actual good stuff and not grass. That would be weird. I probably have like a 2-star rating on my zoo if I didn't do this. All right, we're just gonna extend it out like this far. I think this will do pretty good. All right, now for the top, I have an amazing idea. Let me just collect some blocks. All right, I need some yellow. Ooh, yellow concrete will do perfectly. Then I need some black. Then I need some brown. And finally, I need some gray. Ooh, and also some white. All right. Now, basically what my idea is I'm going to build animals' heads on top. So it's going to look like a nice, friendly thing to go into our zoo, right? It'll look perfect. I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to do it. Okay. This is kind of looking like something. Ooh, that's looking pretty good. I'm basically trying to make it look like a lion. And I think that kind of is looking like a lion right now. All right, let me just put some of this underneath. Fill it up. There we go. All right. That looks good. Okay, now over here, what I want to build is an elephant. Oh, yeah, I'm the best at building elephants. So we're gonna have the first eye right there, and then that will be his face. And now I gotta make his big, giant nose, something like this. Okay, I have an issue. He's too far to the left. Time to bring him in over here. There we go. I need to make them look like they like each other, the animals. All right, there we go. That's looking really good. All right, now just give him some ears like this. There we go. And boom. Okay, we have an issue. He's too low. Dang it. Why is building animals so hard? I think I'm going to give up. No, I can't give up. This is too good of an idea. All right, I did it now. This is going to look perfect. Boom. There we go. Okay, that is looking so good. Ooh, and I think for the roofs of these, I'm just going to use some of this. Ooh, this carpet looks really good here. And then we'll just put down some flooring like this. And then finally, because I'm a freaking genius, we're going to put down some string. And then we could put some blue carpet above it. Now let's do the same thing for this side. All right, I'm just going to place down as much carpet as I can. All right, this is looking pretty good, but we're missing an animal on this side. So what I want to do is try to build a panda bear. Yeah, good panda bear looking so good right here. All right, this is looking really good. Now I just got to give him his ears, kind of like the elephant, and boom, panda bear. Well, that one was easy. I did it first try. All right, now finally what I want to do is add a big size sign on top that says zoo. So maybe we'll connect it using the edges of these. Ooh, yes, something like that looks really good. All right, now we're gonna do is we're gonna get a banner because we gotta make it actually look like it says zoo. All right, then we see some black dye. I'm just gonna stick this in here, stick the dye in there. All right, so let's get this. So we have some black on the top, and then we're gonna do the bottom one, and then we need to make the Z. Boom, Z. That kind of looks like a U, right? That looks like a Z. All right, we need another banner. Now we gotta make the two O's. All right, so we're gonna do something very similar, but with the sides now, and then we gotta do up and down. And boom, now we got an O. All right, let's place it up here. We got a Z, O, and O. Boom, zoo. Oh my goodness, this actually looks so freaking good. All right, so now let's make these look a little bit better by adding some doors to the back of them. We gotta add some doors just like this. And then I'm also gonna get some fences or gates. Gates would look even better. There we go. So now people can't pass unless they pay up. All right, we'll just put like a chest in here, and then we'll do something like this for the little ticket window. Boom, now those should be done. All right, next up, I'm gonna make the wall to my zoo. This is a very important part. So the wall's gonna be terracotta on the bottom, bricks, and then leaves. All right, so we need to do this going all the way around and make a big square. Oh yeah, this is coming out perfectly. There's no way that my friends and my daddy could build a better zoo than me. This is literally the best zoo in Minecraft right now. But I don't have any animals yet, but that won't be for long. All right, now we need to extend the gate going all the way back here. Oh my goodness. Wait, whose zoo is this? Hey, Daddy, what are you doing?
Hey, stop looking at my stuff!
Daddy, it's because this wall's not big enough, so I need to make my zoo go all the way out here.
You're going past the line!
Daddy, I don't care about the line.
Make that wall high so you don't look at my stuff!
Okay, Daddy, okay. I'm gonna make it really high. Trust me.
That's what I thought.
Jeez. Why are you always so angry, Daddy?
Because you're always cheating!
I'm not cheating.
That's what a cheater would say.
Daddy, you're probably using, like, world hacks right now to make your zoo.
No, I'm not. I'm doing this all legit.
All right, well, me too. I'm placing every single block.
You're a liar.
Really, Daddy?
That's what a liar would say.
Whatever. Let me just finish placing this stupid wall. So many blocks. Oh, my gosh. My hand's getting a cramp placing all these blocks. This is probably the most blocks I've ever placed down in Minecraft. All right, almost there. And boom. Now, all we need to do is place down a bunch of these leaves. And then the walling is completed. All right, now let's just go this direction. And then we have one more wall. Come on, come on. Almost there. No, I missed a leaf. And boom. Yes, this looks so good. What the heck? All right, now before we start working on the inside of my zoo and start adding animals, I need to add a quick parking lot in the front because I already know my zoo is about to be freaking popping. So we need a place for people to park all their cars at. All right, so we're just gonna do something like this. Now we'll do the same thing on this side. So many blocks. Oh my goodness. All right, now let's start by adding our parking spots. So we're gonna do something like this, and then courts in the middle. We're basically gonna do this until we get to the end. This is gonna look so good. All right, perfect. Just made it to the end. Now we're gonna fill all this in with gray concrete. All right, there we go. Now this side is done. Boom, check it out. That looks so amazing. All right, now let's do the same thing on this side. All right, there we go. Just gonna place down all the carpet first. And finally, we're gonna put down the gray concrete. And then the parking lots are completed. Boom, this looks so good. All right, now time to work on the fun stuff. Let's start making stuff inside. All right, I think the first thing I'm gonna do is add a big water fountain. I feel like when you walk into a really fancy zoo and you see a big water fountain, it's really cool. All right, so I'm just gonna break this and have a big walkway going right in the middle to my zoo. And then all around this big water fountain, that's where I'm gonna have all the animals. I'm gonna have monkeys, elephants, giraffes. It's gonna be so cool. All right, we're almost to the middle. We're so close. All right, there we go. Something like that looks really good. All right, so let's start making our fountain right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we just need to do a certain pattern that matches every single side. Ooh, this is coming out really good. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. That's gonna be the shape. That looks really good, I think. All right, now we're gonna start giving it some detail. We're gonna do something like this on all these blocks. All right, now the next thing I need to do is break all of this grass in the middle. I cannot have grass in my fountain. That is gonna look actually so ugly. No, 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 no. no, no. Get out of here, grass. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is go around with some of this deep slate. Ooh, this is looking really good. I want it to look like pebbles in my fountain. All right, now in the middle, we're gonna put down a bunch of this cobblestone. All right, we're just gonna fill all of this up. Oh God, there's a lot of cobblestone. All right, there we go. Now we gotta find the middle of the fountain. Is that the middle? Yep, found it. All right, so we'll do something like this. Okay, I think that's high enough. Now we need stairs. Oh my goodness, these stairs are gonna look so good. All right, then we're gonna go around with some of these slabs. That's looking pretty good. It's kind of looking like a fountain. All right, let's go around one more time. I want to have different layers in my fountain. Okay, I think this is actually looking really good. So we're gonna start by making the next layer right here. Wait a minute, I still have even a better idea. We need more deep slate. All right, on each layer, I'm just going to go around with this deep slate and make it look really good. Just wait until I add the water to this waterfall. It's going to look actually ridiculous. I'm going to want to take a bath in this waterfall. All right, now let's just do another layer. Pretty much exactly how I did it, but a little bit smaller. Every layer is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller until we get to the top. All right, this is the size of the next layer. We're going to do something like this. Pretty much the exact same thing that we did, but way smaller. All right, now we're just gonna go around with the deep slate. Oh yeah, this is looking so amazing. All right, I think my fountain is pretty much completed, so it's time to add the water. And boom. Oh yeah, that's looking really good. Ooh, that actually looks amazing. What the heck? Okay, but we need to add more water in here. Let's just add it in all these corners. There we go. That's looking really nice. And now we're just gonna make all this just flat water on the bottom. All right, we need to do the same thing for up here. And just like that, my fountain is completed. All right, let's continue this little walkway going all the way around the fountain. So that way, people can walk around the fountain, and it'll be really cool. All right, there we go. Hey, guys, how's your zoos coming along?
Mine looks really good so far.
Oh, yeah? Really? What'd you add to it?
A lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, do you have any animals?
Not yet.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not at the animal stage yet. Daddy, what about your zoo?
I'm gonna win. I got animals.
Really, Daddy?
It's almost done.
You think you're gonna actually win, Daddy? I don't think so.
Obviously, I'm gonna win.
But Daddy, mine's so much better than yours.
What, you saw mine already?
No, but I could just tell that yours is trash.
Mine is not trash.
It's trash.
No, it's not.
Well, I'm gonna win. All right, I'm gonna start adding some chairs like this. Ooh, that looks really, really good. Now people could sit down and enjoy the zoo. All right, now in the middle, I'm gonna add some of these lanterns. Ooh, that looks really good. This is actually starting to look official. I need to make sure that all my customers are happy. All right, I think it's about time we could start our first enclosure. And I think I'm going to start by adding it over in this direction. Oh my God. All right, the first enclosure I'm going to make is grizzly bears. And I want it right towards the front. So when people come into my zoo, they literally poop their pants. All right, so we're going to do something like this going all the way around. I'm just making the size of my grizzly bear enclosure first. All right, then we're going to go this way. There we go. And then we're going to have a pathway going all the way around. So you can see the grizzly bears at any angle. Oh God, I messed up. I made this one too close to the wall. All right, we're just gonna move it back like this. There we go. All right, now let's start putting our iron bars up like this because we need real good iron bars because we cannot let these grizzly bears escape. All right, then we're gonna put some iron bars this way. Oh my gosh, placing these iron bars down are so hard. They're so small. We're almost there though. Now we just gotta do the back just like this. Come on, almost there, and done. Perfect. Whoa, that is actually looking insane. Okay, this is looking good. Now we gotta decorate the bear cage a little bit. What do bears like? Ooh, they like dirt and mud. So I should probably make them like a little hut. Yeah, that would be super awesome. We gotta make it the bear den. Okay, this is coming out pretty good. All right, now in the bear den, we're gonna break it down a little bit. They can go into the floor. I think that's what bears like to do. They like to hibernate in the floors. All right, get rid of all this poopy grass. Don't want any of that. All right, now we're gonna start adding some of this mud. Ew. The bears like like it though, so we must add it. All right, there we go. The bear den is completed. Now let's make the rest of the enclosure pretty good. So we're gonna get some leaves. Ooh, these leaves look really awesome. All right, I'm just gonna stick some on top of the bear den, just like this. I need to make it so the bears can't get up here, because look, if they come up here like this, they could easily escape and then eat everyone. All right, so we need to make sure that doesn't happen. All right, there we go. They shouldn't be able to escape through that way, and now they can't escape through this way. All right, now what I want to do is add some water over here so they could do some little baths and make sure they're nice and clean. Oh yeah, can't have dirty bears in my zoo. And then I'm gonna add a bunch of grass. All right, this enclosure is ready, so let's spawn in some grizzly bears. Oh my goodness, they're so scary, and they make scary sounds. Oh gosh, I don't like this. But the grizzly bear habitat is completed, so let's move on to the next habitat. We're gonna put it right next to the bears. So we're just gonna make a pathway like this so you can go in between. I gotta think of what animal I should put in next. This one's gonna have a lot of space, so we need an animal that's a little bit bigger. Ooh, I have the perfect animal. We're gonna make an elephant cage. Yeah, I'm gonna put some elephant in here. Okay, this cage is not as big as I thought. It's even smaller than the bear's cage. Oh my goodness, I thought it was gonna be really big. All right, so we're gonna put something a little bit smaller in here, but it needs to be something really scary. I need to think of the bestest animals that I could possibly put in here. Look at all of these different animals I could place down. Oh my goodness. A tiger? That would look kind of cool. A snow leopard? No, I don't want to make it snowy. Unless I make it super snowy in this one and then a desert in another one. So each cage could be like a different biome. Ooh, we should do it. All right, we're going to make this super snowy. So let's get snow and ice. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is replace all the floor with a bunch of these snow blocks. The snow leopards are going to love this. And then I think in the middle of this cage, I'm going to put a big rock. It's going to be an ice rock. So then the leopards could jump up and down it and do leopard things on it. All right, let's start putting our rock in right here. Okay, try to keep it in the center so they can't jump over the fence. That would not be good. There we go. That's looking really, really good. All right, now we'll get some slabs. This is going to make it look super rocky. And then finally, we're going to get some snow. And we're just going to put snow everywhere on this rock. All right, now we'll put some little ice patches like this. There we go. This is looking pretty good. And then I might replace some of these with ice as well. Oh, yeah, it's looking super cold in here. All right, now let's place a bunch of snow on the floor. All right, this enclosure is ready. Now time to spawn in the snow leopard. Whoa! Oh my goodness, they actually look so scary. I'm gonna add one more, so now there's 4. Let's go! Why do they look so cool? No, wait, one of them escaped! Oh god! Oh god, I need a sword. I need a sword. Sorry, snow leopard, but I gotta kill you. You escaped, and I don't know how. Oh my gosh, they're all escaping. They're all escaping. No, 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 no. Okay, we need to lower these ice. They're jumping on the ice, and then they're literally jumping out of the enclosure. All right, they should be good now. There you go, snow leopards. All right, which enclosure should we make next? What the heck? There's a bear out here. Oh my goodness. How are these animals escaping? I didn't think these animals were actually smart. I bet they just jumped on each other's backs and then jumped over the fence. That's crazy. All right. What enclosure should I put over here? We need to switch it up with something brand new. Let's see what we got. Ooh, I have an idea. What if I spawn in these kangaroos? Oh yeah, they look so sick. I love kangaroos. All right. This time I'm probably going to use oak. So let's put down a bunch of stone bricks and then we're going to use oak fences. And I'm going to try to make it the same size as the bear cage. I think that'll look really, really good. All right, that's looking like a really good size. Now time to place down all of these oak fences. Oh my goodness. We might need to even put a roof on this enclosure because kangaroos like to jump really high. We'll see if they jump out a lot. All right, now let's make it 2 times as high. This is so much easier than placing the dumb iron bars. All right, now we're going to do is going to replace the floor with a bunch of sand. Kangaroos live in the sand, right? Well, if they don't, now they do. All right, almost done breaking all this grass. And boom. Now we got to place down a bunch of sand. Oh, yeah. This is looking really, really good. Ooh, I have an idea for this enclosure. What if I put some snakes in here, too? And then the kangaroos and snakes could be friends. That'd be so good. All right, now that all the sand's placed, let's give this place some detail. Nothing too crazy. I'm just going to add some of these little things like this. There we go. That looks really really cool. And then add one more over here in this corner. All right, add some more detail with these dead bushes. And now it's time to place in our kangaroos. And we're definitely gonna put in some rattlesnakes too. That would only make sense. All right, kangaroos, don't jump too high, all right? Don't jump too high or I'm gonna have to put a roof on this. All right, good kangaroos. Guys, our zoo is coming along amazingly. Let's just finish up this walkway going around the kangaroos, and then I have an amazing idea for the next enclosure. All right, let's start working on the next area of our zoo. I think what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna just break some of this, and we're gonna place a lot of tables here so people can eat food. Take a look at the animals, eat food, and then we're gonna add a bunch more animals in this area. Ooh, this block will be perfect. Let me place all this on the floor. All right, now let's place down a bunch of chairs and tables. So we're gonna do something like that. There we go. Wait, maybe I should get different color tables. There's too much of the same color happening. Let's do, ooh, these could look really good. There we go. That looks amazing. All right, now we're gonna add a couple of these in the middle. Just gonna add some lanterns so people can actually see what they're eating. All right, I think that's gonna be enough. Let me just place the lanterns down now. This is looking really, really good. I wonder who built the zoo. Ooh, I think right here I could put a little mini enclosure of something. Ooh, what's something really small that I could put in here? Let's see what animals we have. Ooh, I just thought of an amazing idea. I'm gonna make it a little bird enclosure. Yes. All right, so I need some glass. So I'm just gonna go around like this. And then I'm going to make it basically like a big box. And then the birds could live inside the box. All right, let's make this maybe like one more high. All right, now let's get some slabs. And then we're just going to go all around the top with the slabs. Whoa, that's looking really good. Oh my goodness. All right, now let's put some nature in there. So I'm going to maybe put like something like that and then something like this. All right, now let's place in all the birds. We're going to place in a sunbird. What? What the heck is that? Oh God. Nope, that's not the bird that I wanted. That's not the bird that I wanted. The hummingbirds. There we go. That looks way better. Oh my gosh. I don't know what that sunbird was. That is not what we need. And then maybe on the floor, we'll replace this with some grass. There we go. No, one of my birds escaped. Hey, no escaping. All right, now we're going to surround this with some bushes. Ooh, that looks really good. Now we have this last section left. So I'm going to split it up into 2 more different enclosures. We need to add more animals. All right, how can I half this up? Let's see. I'm just gonna put a random thing going in like this. Now you can walk in between the enclosures. All right, first enclosure is gonna be right here. And then the next one's gonna be right here. God, those hummingbirds are so annoying. They keep humming really loud. Can you guys shut up in here? Whatever. All right, this one we're gonna use oak fence. I'm not sure what I'm gonna put in here yet, but we're about to figure it out. Wait, I actually have a crazy idea. Oh my goodness. We're gonna put some crocodiles in here. Oh, heck yeah. This might be a little small for them, but I think they'll be fine. Now let's break all of this, and then we're going to replace this grass with water. Ooh, this is looking really good. Now I'm just going to make it look a little bit more swampy. There we go. All right, now time to put in our crocodile. Whoa. Oh my God, he's huge. Okay, he's hissing. He's hissing at me. Okay, I think one crocodile is going to be enough. I don't think he wants a friend. He's too angry. All right, let's just finish our last enclosure right here, and then we're gonna see everyone else's zoo. Mine is 100% about to win. It's literally the best zoo in the world. Ooh, what are these? Mooses? Oh God, why are they huge? Nope, too big, too big, too big, too big. I think what I want is a tiger. Yeah, tigers are way cooler. Yep, that fits a lot better. All right, let's make this enclosure look a little bit better for a tiger. We don't have too much space, but I could still make it look a little bit better. All right, we need a little water area. I might put that right here in the middle. There we go. All right, I think this is good enough for a couple tigers. And just like that, I think my zoo is completed. This zoo came out so amazing. Wait, what? No, another bear's out. Oh my goodness. I don't know how they're escaping. All right, guys, my zoo is 100% completed. Whose zoo do we want to go see first?
Me! Everyone come to me!
Daddy, really? You want to see yours?
Yeah, but give me a second. I gotta kill something.
You gotta kill something. All
Ah.
right, Daddy, we're coming over.
Ah.
Whoa. Okay, Daddy, this is looking pretty good.
Yeah, I had a snow leopard infestation.
Uh-oh.
Whoa. Okay, I like the entrance to your zoo.
All right, come on through. Come on through. We got a few different animal selections over here. We
Whoa,
got
wait.
elephants.
What does this button do?
Yeah, what is this, Daddy?
Gives you food. You can feed the animals.
No way! Okay, that's actually genius.
Here you
Oh
go.
my goodness, Daddy. I
Go
really
eat it.
like your zoo.
That's so cool.
Oh, he's run to it. He's eating it.
Whoa.
Did it actually work?
Yeah, it worked.
Wait, give me one. Stop hogging them all, Daisy. Back up.
We'll take them.
Give me some more. Come here, Mr. Elephant. Take that. Oh, God, Daddy, I'm trapped in the
Okay,
cage.
okay,
Daddy, help me.
Johnny, get out.
Daddy, I slipped. I'm hitting the elephants. I'm hitting them,
Why
Daddy.
are you hitting them? Just fly
I'm hitting
out.
them.
Fly out, please.
Oh, yep, I got out.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my gosh, making my
Daddy, they tried
my elephants
killing
hate
me.
people now. Great. Now they're gonna eat people.
Daddy, what's the next enclosure you have?
We got the snow leopard.
Ooh, snow leopard's pretty cool. Wait, Daddy, where is he?
Oh, he's right here in the corner.
Why is he sleeping?
He's upset that I killed his friend.
Here, yum yum.
Well, this is a pretty cool enclosure, Daddy. I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but I like the next one better. Everyone follow me.
What the heck are these things?
Okay, they're sleeping right now, but they're little baby jaboas.
Daddy, I'm hitting them.
Boas.
I'm
It's a
waking them
petting
up.
zoo.
This is so cute.
Why are you hitting him, Johnny?
I'm trying to get them to jump around.
They are jumping around.
These
Look.
things are so disgusting.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of like raccoons.
They do not look like raccoons.
They look
Yeah,
like
Daddy.
tiny
Well,
rats.
if you don't like them so much, then get out of here. How about that? Everyone out. Everyone out.
Okay, everyone out.
Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna go over to here. This enclosure, we got emus.
Emus?
Yeah.
Daddy, I got an emu egg.
Nice. You can make some good scrambled eggs with those.
Wow, that's really awesome.
And we have one rare one. It's an albino. The only one in the world.
Whoa! Really, Daddy? You have the rarest animal in the world right here in your zoo?
Exactly. That's why I make all the big bucks. Everyone wants to come see them.
Wow. Wait, Daddy, what's this? Why are they not in a cage, these turtles over here?
Because it's like a little petting zoo. Another one.
Can't they just run away?
No. They're meant for the sea, so they stay by the water.
Wait, Daddy, why do you have crocodiles right next to your turtles?
So they can get mad that they can't eat the turtles? Obviously.
Daddy, that's messed up. They want to eat the turtles.
Well, these guys
Oh my
are really
gosh.
stupid.
They're going after the meat. That's actually crazy.
Yep.
These things are scary.
But that's kind of my zoo, everybody.
Wow. You know what, Daddy? I actually do like your zoo, but I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10.
Why a 4? Why 4? Why not like a 6? A solid 6?
Because, Daddy, it's kind of poopy compared to mine.
Okay. I mean, I haven't seen your zoo yet, but I definitely think mine's pretty good.
Well, you know what? It's getting a 4. What are you guys going to rate it?
I'm giving it a 6 because I could feed the animals.
Ooh, thank you very much. Now, Sky, how about you?
Well, I would have given it a 6, but there's rats walking around, so I give it a 5.
You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it.
Daddy, you got a pretty low rating right now, but let's see Daisy Zoo next.
Oh, yeah, come to mine.
All right, let's fly over. Whoa, Daisy, you have a big sign.
It's a zoo.
Yeah, it's the entrance to my zoo. The parking lot's over there, though.
Okay, this is
Oh.
actually kind of insane.
Already better than mine.
Daddy, this already blows yours out of the water.
So come inside.
Okay.
Well, this is where the fishies go.
Whoa, you can walk over the fish?
Yeah, just so you can look at them better.
Well, I don't see any in there. They must be sleeping.
Yeah, they're sleeping somewhere.
Okay, what's over here?
are
Oh,
the
God.
tigers.
You got some angry tigers.
Yeah,
They're
why is that
angry.
guy's face red? Oh, gosh.
They're fighting.
He
They're
was
fighting.
angry because one of them ate the bird that he wanted to eat.
Oh. That
Oh.
makes sense.
Yeah. Why are these fences so low? Can't they just, like, jump out?
Oh, he's just trying to.
Clearly they can't, see?
Okay, I don't think this is safe. I'm backing up.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
come
going
on.
over here.
These
Ooh,
are
we
the
got some polar
bears.
bears.
Oh, we have an issue. There's a tiger on the loose.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God, it escaped! I told you it wasn't safe, Daisy!
You get negative
Got
points for this.
It's killing your workers! It's killing your workers!
It's
Well, isn't that great?
fine.
Oh my goodness, Daisy.
That one's angry, so go away.
Daisy, why is everything broken in front of the cages? Like, look, I can just fall in here.
Well, you're not supposed to jump in there, and that's so if the animal does get out, it'll fall down there and not hurt you.
obviously didn't work for that tiger over there.
Well,
Yeah, it
tigers
didn't
can
work.
jump really far. Oh my gosh, you have elephants too? You're copying Marty.
Yeah, you're copying me.
Every zoo has elephants.
Not my zoo.
Mine's the best.
You guys are lame.
Ooh, I like the bamboo, though. That looks really good.
Thanks.
Trash cans, you got benches. This is actually a really, really nice zoo.
Thank you. And then I have crocodiles.
Whoa! Oh my gosh, this one has its mouth open. Bad crocodile.
Why would you smack it?
Because, Danny, I want to get it angry.
So stupid.
All right, Daisy. Well, you know what? I think this zoo is definitely better than my daddy's, so I think I'm going to give it 6 out of 10.
Let's go.
Yep, 6 out of 10. That's what you get.
Yeah, I also agree. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10 because I saw the tiger jump out and attack villagers.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's way better than Marty's, and there's no rats, so a 7.
All right, that's a pretty good rating. Good job, Daisy.
Let's go.
I want to move over and see what Sky's been working on.
Okay, well, follow me.
All right. Whoa, this zoo looks amazing, Sky.
Obviously, I built it.
Wait, Sky, how do you get in?
Kind of blocked
Obviously, you follow the path.
in. Where's the
Oh,
path?
follow the path. Ooh, okay. Got a nice little house here.
Stay out. This is for employees only.
Really, Sky? Okay.
dumb.
Adults $10, students 8. Wait, what, Sky? You think we're gonna pay money to you?
How else are you gonna get into the zoo?
I'm just gonna fly over this gate like that.
Do not feed any animals. Do have fun. Well, I hope we have fun.
Well, I'm not gonna have fun if I have to pay money. So, Sky, we're not paying any money. Sorry.
Fine, whatever.
All right, give us a tour of your zoo. What is this over here?
These are the elephants. Obviously, look at them.
What is this? Elephants have great memory. They will never forget. Is that a true fact?
Obviously,
Definitely
I'm
fake.
smarter
Definitely
than
fake.
you. And before you make this place dirty, you have to go to the bathroom in here.
Wait, what? You actually have toilets? Oh my goodness, that is actually such a good idea. Hey, don't watch me. Shut the door, Daddy. I gotta take a big poopy.
All right, make it quick. Don't make it smelly.
Poopy's done. What is this thing?
That's a catfish.
Wait, that's a catfish? That doesn't look like a cat.
Oh,
It's not an actual cat, loser. It's a fish.
I know, but is it supposed to be a cat or a fish? I'm confused.
it's kind of
It's
weird.
a fish.
know
But
what it
its
wants to
name
be.
is catfish.
But it doesn't look like a cat, so why don't they just name it fish?
Oh my gosh. Obviously, it has whiskers like a cat.
Well, that still makes no sense because it doesn't look like a cat, right, Daddy?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same side as Johnny. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay, Mr. Jaboa.
Hey, don't call my daddy a jaboa. He looks nothing like that dumb rat. He looks more like an elephant.
Yeah, what he said. Wait, what? You call me fat?
No.
Well, what other animals do you have? Can't you read the facts first?
What, Sky? I'm not reading any facts. I don't care about the facts. I just care about the animals.
Fine, let's move on.
Finally. Oh my goodness. Okay, what do we have next?
Well, this is a maze for loser children like you, but let's move on.
Wait, what's wrong with this bumblebee? Oh, never mind.
Poop.
He was dancing.
Wait, what is this? Bears?
Obviously, it's a bear.
Oh my goodness. Wait, is that a skull in there? Sky, I think your bears killed somebody.
That's why I have a sign not to feed the animals.
Oh my goodness, that's actually not bad. Look at this bear, he's sitting.
So fat.
I'm gonna hit him.
He's talented. Stop hitting my animals.
Okay, I won't hit him. Let me guess, you have some facts about these bears?
Yeah.
Bears enter hibernation once per year to survive the cold. Sky, everyone knew that. That's not even a fact.
I mean, it is a fact, even though you knew it.
Okay, what's the fact about these mooses over here? Moose shed their antlers once every year? No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
You can't even shed an antler, right, Daddy?
Yeah, actually, I have no clue.
Okay, you're no help.
I mean, this zoo was kind of cool. Had a lot of cool things to it. Had a lot of signs that no one likes reading, and a maze that little kids like getting stuck in.
Well, before you do anything, put your trash opinions in here.
Wait, what?
There's no way you
I'm
just
not
said
putting
that to
my
me.
opinions.
Well, you know what?
Alright, I'll-
Because you got some sass, I'm giving this park a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 2 out of 10. This is terrible.
A 2?
Yep, you got a fat, stinky 2. A stinker.
Big deuce.
Whatever, losers. Let's just go see how bad your zoo is.
All right, well, it looks like I'm the last zoo. So, guys, everyone follow me. All right, guys, check out my zoo. This is the entrance.
Wait, this is really cute.
Yeah, I wanted to add animals to the sign.
I like it a
Pretty
lot.
good. You got an elephant,
alright.
a lion, a panda.
All right, everyone walk through. Unlike Sky's Park, I'm not going to make you guys try to pay.
That's good.
All right, over here, we got some kangaroos. They're jumping and having a lot of fun.
The snake.
Hello.
I know they're snakes, daddies, because kangaroos and snakes are really good friends. There's a fact for you.
I didn't know that.
Snakes are so disgusting.
Well, good thing they're in a cage and not in your face.
Thankfully.
All right, now over here is a big water fountain. Check it out.
Whoa.
This thing's beautiful.
Yeah, doesn't it look so much better than my daddy's little poopy one he had?
100%.
Can you go swimming in it?
What? You can't go swimming in it. That's weird.
That's not fun.
All right, now over here behind Sky, there's a bunch of grizzly bears.
Roar.
Oh, yeah. Aren't they super cool?
You even have
Yeah.
a bear den.
Yeah, I added the bear dens, and, you know, they can hibernate and stuff and take poops and pee and all that.
I had a bear den too.
Well, Well, Sky, you copied my idea, and in your bear den, there was a dead person, so that's not even good.
How else was I supposed to feed my bear?
Okay, that's weird. Moving on. Okay, over here we have our snow leopards. Wait,
Johnny, it's out!
Guys, it's not. No, guys, it's just it's a mascot, Daddy. Yeah.
He looks
Kitty.
like an actual leopard.
Nope, that's just my friend Jose in a costume. Hey, don't hit Jose. Everyone back up.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna take this home and keep it as a pet.
Wait, no, you can't take my leopard home. He's my leopard.
he's
You just said his name was Jose, so he's mine now.
Okay, fine. You could have him. I have plenty more sitting in this cage over here.
Nice. What is this over here?
Oh, dang, right here. This is a little bird enclosure. So there's birds in there.
I see them. They look so
birdies.
happy. They're like kissing.
Yeah.
Why don't they have any food in there?
It's because,
Eat the leaves.
they don't need food.
Yes,
yeah,
they
they eat the
do.
leaves. They eat the bugs on the leaves, Daisy. How do you not know this?
Oh, it's like middle school stuff.
Because
Yeah, they
this
don't need
is
food if they're living.
Because this is a bird feeder. You need to put this in there.
Wait, I didn't know. All right, here we go. Boom, bird feeder.
There we go.
All right, now they have food.
Oh, Johnny, you got alligators in here too.
Yeah, I got one of them because if I added another one, they were gonna fight.
Oh, you're right. They like doing the dominance thing.
Yep, so I got a big fat crocodile.
Oh, and you
and
have
then over
crocodile.
here,
You have
and
nice
then over
tigers.
here, I got a bunch of tigers.
Why is their
Look at 'em.
enclosure so small?
It's because we don't have big budget.
Oh.
Yep, we don't have too big of a budget. Hey, Sky, you do not want to bring this leopard near the tigers. They don't like each other.
How do you know?
Because they look similar and they don't like each other, okay? The families don't like each other.
Whatever.
Well, you know what, Johnny? I think your park actually came out pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's the best park here.
I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's the best rating so far.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Yes. Okay, Sky, what are you going to give it? Come on, come on.
Well, you gave me a 2, so I want Daisy to win. You're getting a 1.
No, what the heck? That's actually so unfair.
Looks like Daisy's the winner.
Sky! Oh my gosh, my park is so much better than Daisy's.
The only thing better about your park is the front.
And my animal selection, they're so much better than your poopy animals.
Tigers aren't even in the big enclosure. They're so crammed in there.
Well, your park was filled with poops. How about that?
No, it wasn't.
All right, everyone,
was.
stop complaining. Daisy's the winner.
Let's go.
It's not fair. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video and think that my park was the best, then everyone leave a like and hit subscribe and comment that Daisy's park sucks.
My park did not suck.
Yep, it sucked. Bye.